getting Poole out of here. So you all see the title, man. It's a pool inside the city, yeah, and it's a big pool. Did you get the invite? If you all didn't get the invite, well, welcome. Jordan Poole has been traded to the Washington Wizards. They got Chris Paul out of here. First of all, I want to say, Chris Paul, you are one of the strongest people in the NBA. Because there's no way in the world I can sit there and be cut. Then told I'm not cut. We're going to trade you. Then get traded. But before you get on a plane, don't come yet because you can get traded again. Then when we trade you, we're going to trade you to your arch nemesis. So you kind of like got a KD situation, but you didn't choose to be there. So Chris Paul is now a Warrior. Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins, a 2027 second pick, and a 2030 protected first round pick are now coming to Washington. And I'm gonna start off with you, Joe. How you feel about that trade?
Okay, I wasn't surprised it happened because there were talks about Chris Paul might be going to the Warriors. I heard talks that Warriors try to get Chris Paul, and then they actually did it. So first, let's start with y'all. I love it. I mean, what y'all flipped from Bradley Beal for Bradley Beal is amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna touch on that, like how many picks y'all got and all that stuff. Y'all got Jordan Poole in there too. A young J-Mo was just shout out to J-Mo. J-Mo was just on. All right, just on talking about Poole already won the championship. He's the type of guy that's like, I don't need no more rings right now. I'm just trying to hoop. I gotta get my numbers up. I'm not gonna be remembered if I'm a role player. Like, come on, I need to get my numbers up. So he's in a situation when he got the green light. He got the green light. You know what it reminds me of? I'm not trying to hype you up. All right, Tomo, but when the Celtics tanked, Rondo was the only one there. You remember this, Teddy? He was the only one there. And then KG came. They're like, nah, keep Rondo. They got KG and all that stuff. Paul Pierce got hurt that year. He didn't really play. Paul Pierce came back. KG, Ray Allen. Next, they got a big three. So yeah, so that's my take on that.
Teddy?
I mean, I like it. I think with what JMO said, he's going to average 27. That's maybe a little bit of a stretch because I feel like he's just going to go out there and just shoot those shots that he shot at the end of, I think it was like Game 5 against the Lakers, the debatable shot that everybody was talking about. So I feel like he's just going to chuck. I mean, it gives you guys gives you guys more options. I like you guys getting Gallinari too. I didn't touch on that earlier, but man, he disappointed me when he went down in the preseason, tearing his ACL because he was going to help out this offense. But I mean, for you guys, that you guys are in the rebuild and you guys are looking good. You guys might win. I'll give you 37 wins.
37?
Yeah, 37.
Sheesh, we had 35 the last 2 years. So we increased 2 wins and all that firepower went out the door.
I think so.
I'm impressed. We might make the play in with that.
Maybe.
Can I say something real quick about Chris Paul trade? Now, I kind of like it, but if they're finished, I don't like it. I think they need another big. They need another person with size, But Chris Paul allows Steph Curry to play off the ball more, and I think Chris Paul is going to play that J. Kidd role that he played with the Mavs late in his career with Dirk Nowitzki. I think that's the role that he's going to play. Kind of like I don't need to start. Just make sure I play in the fourth quarter. So yeah.
Yeah, nah, that definitely makes sense. A lot of people right now they're saying how Chris Paul going there may slow the game down, but it's like sometimes you need someone to slow the game down, and I think the Warriors can play like that. If you still got Steph coming off the screens, and if they do get a big, that'll help too because Chris Paul in the pick and roll. So like Steve Kerr, hey Carl, you said he was the best coach in the NBA, so now he kind of got some tools he got to revamp his offense with now. So that second unit with better way. But for the Wizards, think about the G League and think about like just developing players into being the next best thing. And what better way to get a developmental piece than have a finals player and Jordan Poole come to your team? Like, granted, he did get his contract fairly early from what some people would say, and it's a decent contract based upon the max deals that people are getting now. And he has the green light, full-fledged green light. Like you don't have to worry about Steph, Clay, especially Draymond. You are now, I don't know if they're gonna make him the franchise player, but you are the centerpiece of the offense. And with Tyus Jones and Gallinari, Wes, no excuses, man. There's no excuses because now you got pieces, and with a few players that they got in the draft, they can build somewhat of a culture. They can revamp it and start from scratch. I was happy. Totally, I think out of the deal, we got, if you think about Bill, because most people are trying to use this Poole trade as what they did for Bill. Essentially, you got back 6 second-round picks and 4 first-round swaps from Arizona, and you haul off a no-trade clause / $50 million a year contract to bring in a younger version of someone who's getting like 30 million a year and averaging almost the same amount of points. So they know, hey, J-Mo funny. They know they good. So I'm going to Kuminga 7-2 now. Hey, he might get some sketchy shape-ups, man. We don't know. So, but I'm happy for it. I mean, everything that Will and them have been doing, I think, Joe, you seen my tweet on Twitter, right? Where I was like, Mike Will made it. I might gotta get that. Well, I can't get a patent because it's a producer, but hey, Mike Winger, Will Dawkins, they making something out of this Wizards team, and I think in the next 2 years we might be on to something because you alluded to it too as well with the Celtics. But think about the new CBA, where now all these 3 stars on these 3 maxes, they gotta go. And when it's time for them to go, who you gonna call? Team with cap space. Wizards might be able to finesse some things.
How you know I saw your tweet?
Because you retweeted.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure I didn't see that. Hold on, whoa.
He's like, nah, man. I thought I hacked his page. But now you retweeted it.
But yeah, 37 wins though, Teddy. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. They tanking.
Nice though.
They tanking. Whoever next up the line next year, what's he trying to get them? All right. So Jordan Poole average some points. And don't forget, y'all, he did average 20, but I mean, he did play with some other people. Now the attention is going to be on him. So we'll see what happens.
But now I think about it too, though. Hey, Kyrie, we got some cap space, man. You don't want to be in Boston. You don't want to be a Maverick. You can come on over here.
You can go out to Boston, right, Teddy?
No, stay away. As far away from Boston as possible. Oh, goodness.
Hey, man, what better way to be a conspiracy theorist than to come to the nation's capital, man? Like, come on.
Let's get it.
Hey.
You don't want that problem, Jay. You don't want it.
Hey, we need all the media attention we can get right now. I'm cool. I already know what he's going to bring. So it ain't like we got no stars here, nothing. He's just going to be Kyrie. We Cleveland all over again.
He's just going to lie to you. He's going to say that he wants his number up in the banners, just like when his dad played and whatever, with your season ticket holders. And then the next year, he's just going to be out.
Hey, I want to be the guy to ask, though. I'm like, hey, this is Thomas from Refuse to Lose. And I just want to ask, like, Kyrie, are you staying?
And please don't lie. Sounds fine.
It's okay if you don't want to.
Teddy still ain't get over it.
Hey, man, he told a kid that everywhere he went.
I mean, he got put on the spot, like, and he's still a kid himself. Talking about.
Yeah, you right. But still, man, you could just be like, hey, that decision's up in the air.
Yeah, it's always a better way to handle. He probably left those like, dang, I should have answered it differently. But
not him. Knowing him, he'll learn. It's a learning lesson.
I mean, I gave you an honest answer at the time. I mean, it's not my fault that I changed my mind.
That's him. That's him in a nutshell. Yeah. And speaking of like.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.